Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, and I believe it is July 19th. There was a little bit of a rain delay in one of my gigs today, so I have a little bit of free time, and I wanted to come on and I wanted to talk about the multi-stream income. If one of your jobs, or if your main job would go by the wayside, say you get hurt, you're injured, you're laid off, you're fired, you're burnt out, what would you do? What else do you have within yourself, your talents and your gifts, that you could turn around and go make money doing something else? That multi-stream income where not only are you good at the job that you do where you get your paycheck, but what you can do on the side for a side gig or a side hustle that brings you lucrative money into your bank account and brings you things into your life that fulfill your soul. Maybe you're good at baking, maybe you're good at cooking, maybe you like watching children, maybe you're good with your hands and you can build things. Maybe you can do lawn care, gardening. You could become an artist. You could write somebody's memoirs. You could do photography. I've been blessed. I am Kitrin Marie. I'm a writer. I'm an artist. I'm a speaker. In the past year, I've become a life and a business coach. I do photography. I love showing other people, creative-minded women who are lost and they're burnt out and they want to do something more and they don't know how to do something more. You know, the biggest challenges that we have in this life is everything changes, and it changes extremely quick, and you have to be prepared. And although sometimes the rug does get pulled out from underneath us and we're not real sure what we're going to do or what direction we're going to go, it's always nice to have some kind of a backup plan. Also in this past year, I started making graphic coffee mugs, making graphic t-shirts. I've been teaching my painting classes. I've been writing on my blog. I've been mentoring women. And I think people forget that they don't have to stay just doing one thing. There are options and there are always choices. And you get to choose something different if the one thing goes by the wayside. Years ago when I was an events coordinator, I was lucky. I was able to fall back into my arts. And I think it's important to know your boundaries and know your limitations and know what is feasible for you to study so you can become better at a craft, better at your talent. Over this past year, I've been studying online under many wonderful people, and they have taught me to go in front of a camera, to be more confident about speaking, about talking a little bit more about my story and why I do what I do, what got me on this path. And I saw way too many people who were struggling and they're stuck at a desk job, and that's not what they want to do. They're stuck behind their husbands, they're stuck behind a man. They've raised their kids and their kids are all gone now. Kids have gone off into the service. They've moved out, they've got empty nests, and they forgot who they were, and they forgot about all the good things, that the dreams and the aspirations they had when they were a lot younger. You know, lucky for me, I came from a family of performers and musicians, so it did help a little bit, them showing us by example. Don't be afraid of who you are, and don't be afraid to show other people what your attributes are and what you're really good at. We can always learn and we can always study more. The library is a wonderful resource. If you don't know what to do, Go to the library, just like when you were a kid. Remember how excited you were when the bookmobile showed up in your schoolyard and you had that library card and you could go and the whole world was right there. Your imagination was open to the possibilities. And that's what I show people. You have options and you have choices. And you start by making a list of all the good things that you were good at. And then you set your time boundaries. You set who you want to come into your life and who you're allowing to take up your space. As a single mom most of my life, raising 3 kids, I had to learn to balance. After coming out of the bad relationship, I needed to figure out what I was going to do for me to get me back on track and me to be healthy and me to find my soul and what made my soul happy. And I'll say, I'm not a selfish person. I am generous when it comes to giving my love. I am generous when it comes to feeding someone who comes to my house. I'm very domestic and I like to share all those good things. But when it comes to my valuable time and what's going to take away from my health, I have to set the boundary, and I will become very selfish about self-care. And I think too many people forget they impose themselves so often on others that it does become draining. It does take away from that person's space and the boundary that they try to create. So if you're setting your timeline and you're setting your boundaries and you're drawing hard lines in the sand of what you will allow and what you will not allow, I think it helps you better to clarify and take care of all the good things that you need for yourself, because we get caught behind other people and their needs. We get caught behind people saying, well, you shouldn't do this, and you really should be taking a desk job, and you really need to be getting a 40-hour-a-week position. My answer to that is why. If you can juggle and you can balance and you're doing things that you love and you have an income coming in, what does it matter what you do? What does it matter if you have a 40-hour-a-week job or not, if you are still achieving the goals and the dreams that you have? Don't let anybody impose their life onto you. Stand up for who you are. Become at the point where you don't care what anybody thinks anymore. Become dangerously at a level where everybody else's opinion does not matter to you. You have gifts, you have talents, you have abilities, and this is your life. You only get one go around. Why would you not take advantage of all those wonderful things that you are already equipped with? If you would like to learn more about any of my classes, please reach out to me at kitterenmarie@gmail.com. If you would like to see all my work, please go to kitteren-marie.weebly.com. To see all my studies, go to imperfectionsmadebeautiful.blogspot.com. I am taking advantage of this day while I have some time off. I have a private class that I am teaching tonight for painting. If you are interested in taking one of my painting classes, I will be at Mystic Valley for the month of August on Wednesday evenings. My home is open for painting lessons on Monday evenings and Thursday evenings if I have the availability. I'm doing 2 side gigs to all the hustle, the t-shirts, my classes, the graphic mugs, my coaching groups. It's a full life. Not everything circulates around actual money that you have in your hand. As much as people like to be focused on that dollar amount that they need to have, you need to have the opportunity to come to you first. You need to be able to set that boundary and know where the abundance really is. It's important to be a service to other people and to be very appreciative of all the things that you're taught in this life. I think people forget how to be grateful for all the generosity that comes to them. You know, this past year has been extremely difficult, trying to set that boundary and walk that line and continue with my goals and my dreams. And not all situations end the way that you like them to, but when one door closes, another door opens. And everybody needs to remember that opportunity is everywhere if you open your eyes and you look around and you don't stay so stuck in what you think you need to be in. Great big world when you get off the only two streets, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign off. I am Kitrin Marie. I am an artist. I am a writer. I am a speaker. I am a life and a business coach, and I hope I can help you in any way. Please feel free to reach out. I'm going to finish this cup of coffee, and I have a few phone calls to make. I have another opportunity that's being offered to me this afternoon, which I will take. So be happy, be blessed. Life changes extremely quick. Please make sure you know what side of that coin you're going to be on when fate decides it's going to turn. So I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.